We'll start with The Beginning of Infinity by David Deutsch. And I can confidently say now that Naval Ravikant was definitely right in his recommendations of this book, because it brings you a completely new perspective on history and science. Deutsch argues that we progress through new knowledge created by good explanations. And good explanations means that they are hard to vary, they cannot easily be replaced, and they are very precise and then function in every circumstance. They are very logical and fits into a whole structure of good explanations, compared to bad explanations, like for instance methodology and other kinds of superstition. So we expand what is possible through conjecture, creativity, and criticism. And we have been doing that especially after the Enlightenment Revolution, which truly expanded the progress of humanity. So therefore, never listen to the doomsayers, because they can only see the current reality and underestimate our transformative capacities. And the doomsayers can either be in the climate change domain, or it could be in the AI, or in other words. So Deutsch presents a very optimistic view of the future that's extremely rooted in what has been doing so far. The other main takeaway is that problems are inevitable, but problems are solvable. Hence, we should always seek better problems and solve them. That's a thing that we humans are meant to do, according to the author. The next book is 19 Tiny Habits That Lead to Huge Results by Nicholas Cole. And I stumbled across Ship Captain, Nicholas Cole's earlier book, and finished it 1 hour after purchase. Cole is the best storyteller I have ever read, with heartbreaking and vivid details. And all the 19 habits are extremely useful and worth investigating in, because he is the ultimate evidence that you can go way beyond what is in mediocrity to the more grander life that you deserve. So I highly recommend you get the book in the description, together with all the links. The third book I want to mention is Statistical Consequences of Fat Tails by Nassim Taleb. And this one gives the ultimate explanation and evidence for why black swans exist and why you can predict them. And it is full of technical symbols, all Greek letters and everything, including graphs, many graphs actually, for the mathematicians and students of small probabilities. So it's a very technical book. But even if you're not familiar with the terms, I certainly wasn't, it is worth a glance, and it is always a good aim to learn more about the hard science and the beautiful language of probability theory, according to me. The fourth one this week is a title you've probably seen me cover before, and it is the 11th time I finished this book, and this one is Anti-Fragile. And the messages have profoundly changed my world right to the core. So it is the backbone of everything I write about, actually, this book alone. So many concepts that can be unpacked for months and months. And they are well applied to individual well-being, even if they are maybe not directly targeted to you as a reader. But I believe that one of the things I'm going to do for the next years is to really show you the other way of basically applying everything that Nassim Taleb has beautifully written to your own success. So I'm going to give a key takeaway right now, and it is this. Don't predict the future, but make sure that you're anti-fragile, because then you don't need to predict. And you probably heard me talk about this many times, that forget goal setting and adjust to the present, because that is directly imported from this book, Anti-Fragile. So always put yourself in situations where you do not get harmed by chaos, but gain from serendipity, because then you're unstoppable. And who doesn't want to be unstoppable? That's the thing that determines life, really. Anti-fragility. So the last one, quite short, but it's How to Be an Angel Investor by Paul Graham. And if you have the financial means and aim for potential reward and relationship with startups, this article is for you. A brief but condensed introduction to the profession.